Hello gamers and welcome to the first ever Phase 2 Clone Trooper Army Battle Royale. There are 17 different contestants who will duke it out in this arena. There are the Galactic Marines, the 104th Wolf Pack, the one and only 187th Clone Trooper Legion, the Camino Security Forces, the 41st Elite Corps in their Kashyyyk armor, the 91st Reconnaissance Force, the 327th Star Corps, the mysterious Shadow Troopers, Commander Doom's Doom Legion, the 212th Attack Battalion, Standard Clone Troopers, Shinies if you will, the 65th Coruscant Guard, the 501st Clone Trooper Legion, and finally, the 442nd Siege Battalion. Which of these elite Clone Trooper Legions will manage to succeed in victory against the others? Hey, what's crackin' gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we are going to be doing a Battle Royale between all of the Phase 2 Clone Trooper Legions. We did this like 9 months ago with Phase 1, and I completely forgot to do the second video for Phase 2. So, here we are, a little late to the party, but you know, the spirit is there. I'm really curious to see who actually wins this. Everyone has the exact same health, the exact same weapons, and they are going to be duking it out in the pit here, which is basically just this pit with a bunch of random structures in it to act as cover. They can use whatever they like, you know, whatever strategies they like. It's totally up to them on whether or not they're gonna be the #1 Phase 2 Clone Trooper Legion. Either way, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you have not already, and comment on down below, who are you rooting for? Which Clone Trooper Legion do you want to win? Right now, you know, I'm preferable for the 212th, but I'd also be down for the 187th here. That'd be pretty sick too, because these are my boys, after all. Also, we got Cameo from Zelda here, hiccuping. Alright, let's get it going. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and get this Battle Royale started. We're gonna go in slow-mo here because obviously at the very beginning here is when the most losses will be mounting between all of the Clone Trooper Legions. I tried to stick all of them as out in the open as possible, yet still giving them small pieces of cover for them to run to if they so desire. I really tried to make it as even as possible for all sides to have a chance at winning here, so they're all, you know, capable of running to cover and things like that, and you know, getting out of laser fire while also still being able to fire if they want to. Now, obviously, it's never going to be completely even. It is a little bit tough actually doing that in practice, especially with 17 different teams. Positioning is just kind of luck of the draw, and it's going to be different for everyone. So, you know, it was difficult to do so, but I think I did a pretty good job of making it even Stevens, or at least as even Stevens as was physically possible. Now, like I said in the intro, all of the Clone Troopers do have the same weapons. So there are 16 Clone Troopers per squad. 8 of them have the DC-15Cs, which we can see here, and 8 of them have the DC-15As, which you can see here. They also each have 4 grenades and 5 med packs. They all have the exact same health, the exact same stamina. Everything should be equal amongst these Clone Troopers. The only real thing is the positioning can be a little bit dicey to set up. So I tried my absolute darndest here, but obviously it's not always possible to just make everything completely equal. Either way, it seems like the 501st right now is actually doing a pretty solid job. They wiped out the majority of Doom Legion very, very quickly on, also taking some good stabs at the 212th over here and the 442nd over this way. So they are actually in pretty good standing at the moment. Over here, it seems like the 327th just went the route of running and hiding within this crate right away, which is a decent strategy. And the Galactic Marines, they were sort of caught in some crossfire here, so they are mostly wiped out. So rip to anyone who was rooting for the Galactic Marines there. That is a tough L. The Camino security, they got caught between a rock and a hard place here because they were fighting the Kashyyyk Corps. However, the 91st Reconnaissance did sort of turn around and start firing at them too, and so did Doom Legion over here. So they ended up getting pretty washed out. So did the Kashyyyk Corps, though they are a little bit better in terms of numbers still comparatively to the Camino troopers. Over here, the 104th has been doing pretty decently. They've taken a few losses, but so far they've sort of managed to take out the Galactic Marines. By the way, we're going to bump it up into normal speed here. They've taken out majority of the Galactic Marines, as well as doing some fire against the 187th here. The 187th has been taking some losses as well within that little tunnel there. Now, going back over here, the 65th Coruscant Guard seems to be all retreating back. No one should be on retreat mode. Yeah, these guys are on no retreat mode, yet they're still sort of falling back. I don't know what's up with that. I guess AI glitch. But right now, the Shadow Troopers are actually just gunning them down in this corner over here. I don't know why those troopers moved to that position over there, but they certainly did, and they certainly died from that. The Shadow Troopers are doing pretty decently themselves, taking minimal losses. Not horrific, but, you know, still pretty noticeable. And right now, it seems like they're completely focused on keeping the 65th over this way, pinned down and in this corner. You know, I'm guessing they're making a play to just completely wipe them out by the end of sort of the second phase of this battle. The 212th, my boys, still hanging in there. These are, of course, my favorite Clone Trooper Legion troopers, so, you know, I'm rooting for them. I'm hoping they do well. They're hanging in there, but they have taken some serious losses. They're down to 3 troopers over there. They were also a team that was caught in some serious crossfire, so it was pretty brutal. Ooh, this 501st Trooper getting cocky. Just because they're down doesn't mean they're still efficient. You got to remember, we've done this with the Phase 1 troopers. We've also done this with all of the Clone Trooper different classes. That was a fun Battle Royale to do as well. That one ended up being that the one group that won ended up, like, having only 2 troopers by, like, you know, the first minute of the battle. Like, they were seriously down and out, and yet they still managed to succeed in victory there. So that was a very impressive showing, and just sort of demonstrates that it's not over until it's over with these types of battles. Like, truly, anyone's game right now. If you've even got 1 trooper left alive at this point in the battle, you can still win this thing easy peasy. Maybe not easy peasy, but you can win. It all depends on strategy as we get later and later into the battle. Oftentimes, it's the forces that are the strongest at this juncture in the battle that end up getting wiped out because they get too cocky and they start to really, really push out with everything they've got. So, like, for example, the 65th right now, well, they're not a good example because they're being pretty stupid, but they have very few troopers. The 212th, on the other hand, who is not being as stupid, who also has very few troopers, they're laying low and they're only picking off troopers when they truly, truly have to, which I think makes them a bit of a formidable force because they have lasting power in this game. They could easily outlast a lot of these Clone Trooper Legions, even with just a few troopers at their disposal. Over here, the 104th is taking a few more losses from the 187th across from them. Some of these battles, you will notice, are a bit more long. I mean, there's definitely rivals in this match. There's the 104th with the 187th, there's the 501st with the 442nd, there's the Shadow Troopers with the 65th. I think there are definite rivals being, you know, drawn in this battle overall. However, you know, these rivalries are at different paces. You know, the 187th and the 104th is a long and drawn out rivalry in this battle. Meanwhile, something like the Kashyyyk Corps and the Camino Corps, those guys were more of a fast, you know, fast-acting rivalry that resulted in lots of deaths very, very fast and a clear winner at the very end of that, you know, rapid development. It really is one of those things where some of these rivalries play out over the long term, while others tend to play out over the short term. I prefer the short term, because then we get to know what happens right away, and I'm, you know, greedy for that, but oh well. Alright, we are down to just 212 troopers, so the hope for my favorite legion here is dwindling a little bit. It seems like the shadow troopers are actually kind of gunning for them right now. Oh, 212, stay in it, man. Stay in it. The 187th over here is pressuring the 104th a lot more now. A couple more Wolfpack troopers are going down. Now, I purposefully did not put any clone trooper commanders in this because I wanted this to be purely legion based, because there's a lot of people who like love a clone trooper legion but subsequently hate the clone commander for that legion, or vice versa. They love the clone commander for the legion but they just don't like the legion itself very much. So I think that sort of muddies the waters when it comes to rooting for the different legions, and therefore I wanted it to be as even Stevens as possible, with just the legions, no commanders involved, none of that shenanigans, just pure and utter clone trooper fighting goodness, you know what I'm saying? Wow, this 187th trooper really went the roundabout way to attack right there, but ended up falling to the wayside. Bit of a yikes for me, dog. Not a great performance right there. Alright, well, this 104th trooper is holding the outskirts of the perimeter for them alone. He is likely going to go down at some point here. He's trying to really aim at this 187th trooper, and he does end up connecting the shot, so maybe he won't go down as soon as we had thought right there. BEA beautiful. Now, it's a bit all quiet on the Western Front, just a little bit of chiclet shots getting shot at this Doom Legion over here. Now, Doom Legion's an interesting one. I thought they had more survivability after the initial engagement there, but now they're already down to just 2 troopers. They ended up falling pretty hard. Also, the 212th here. Oh, boys. Come on. Only one 212th trooper left alive. I'm going to name him Clapper, because he's going to be clapping cheeks in this battle. I promise you that. He's not going down without a fight. And here he is, Clapper, taking pot shots at the 501st. That 501st trooper actually ends up dying or running off. I'm not entirely sure. But it did end up happening. Oh, we have a visitor. Olive is coming on into the room. She's come here to entertain the battle and give her happy dog presents to what's going on. Oh no! Olive ended up being a curse as the 212th trooper ends up dying right there. Yikes. Not great. Not great at all. Well, the Shadow Troopers are actually scattering a bit. They are loosening their formation and going after multiple people. It looks like the 65th is also knocked out of that thing, so rip to anyone rooting for those fellas. That is rough. Right now, the people who could still potentially win are the 442nd, the 501st, the Shadow Troopers, the 91st, the 327th, the 104th, the 187th, and the Kashyyyk Corps. So we've still got, I don't know how many that was, like 10 maybe? 10 legions? So like 7 or so have been knocked out of this battle already. So it will be curious to see, you know, who ends up surviving for a little bit longer here. All right, we're going to go in fast motion here. I'm not going to move any units or anything like that, but we are going to go into fast speed since not really much is going on at the moment. There's just a little bit of fighting between this 104th trooper and some 187th. I'm also noticing a little bit of fire coming out this way. It seems like the 91st has pushed out a little bit here and started to take on, it looks like, the 442nd across the way. The 442nd isn't looking too good. Neither is the 187th over here. They have taken some substantial losses, but it does look like they are pushing the 104th here. Oh, some developments going on. The 104th tries to push back, but ends up losing their soldiers right there. Now they're down to just a few units. Not great. Not great in the slightest. Oh! Oh, we got some juking going on here. This 104th trooper taking on the 187th. Oh, and the Shadow Troopers actually entering into the battle from across the way there. Now, one unit that has really not seen too much action during the entirety of this battle is the 327th here. Unlike other legions which are poking out of their cover and things like that, the 327th is not doing anything. They are truly being stoic in their fighting positions. They are not pushing out anywhere, but the 91st does push out over this way towards them, and it does result in one death for the 327th, but a couple for the 91st right there. We have yet to actually see very many grenades in play, too, if at all. Actually, I don't think we've seen any real grenades at play. Not in the slightest. All right, let's slow it down here. Back to normal speed here. So The 104th has almost defeated the 187th here. There's only two 187th troopers left, and the 104th has kind of come out of their corner and pushed forward just a smidge, and now they're pushing even farther forward up to try and eliminate the 187th here, who are still sort of pinned down by this. Ooh, that trooper tries to crawl to cover, but ends up dying. One 187th trooper lives on. That's my only hope. Every trooper every legion that I chose to root for has gone down to one trooper by the middle of this thing. It's not great. The Kashyyyk Corps is getting a bit more involved in this battle. Seems like they're pressuring the 91st over here. 91st sort of scattering around this center bridge area. Oh, let's check out on the 501st here. They have moved over a little bit here towards the left. Right now they're tangoing with the Rango, that is the Shadow Troopers over this way. Shadow Troopers, they're very scattered. I find that interesting, and yet they're still managing to fight in this thing pretty decently. Not super well, but you know, they're hanging in there, so I'm impressed by them. Alright, Kashyyyk troopers who really haven't seen much fighting since the very beginning of this thing. Once again, poking out at the 91st here, working on some pot shots against these guys, but not amounting to too much. It seems as though the 187th has perished. Okay, I need to pick a new legion to root for. And honestly, I'd rather root for a underdog than any of these beefy boys. Oh, that was cheeky by the 327th right there. Oh, they're pressuring the... Oh, first grenade of the game, perhaps, right there. That's big. Oh, my goodness. 91st getting rolled right now. Oh, my. Oh, me. Oh, my. I'm going to root for the Kashyyyk Corps, I think, because they have the least amount of troopers right now, and I like a good underdog story. So the 41st is who I am gunning for here. I would like them to succeed at the end of this battle. We'll see if that ends up happening. The Shadow Troopers also down on troops, but yeah, I've never been too keen on the Shadow Troopers. I don't know why. I think they're cool. I just don't think they're epic. You know what I'm saying? Either way, the Shadow Troopers crossing over the bridge here. Wow, really stupid move. Or is it? I don't know. It is giving them prime location to get shot. And they get grenaded there. Yeah, what was that? That was disgusting. All right. 2 Shadow Troopers? 3 Shadow Troopers remain. Okie dokie then. Oh, man. Oh! Kashyyyk Corps Troopers moving in really tight here. And some holding in the back. That is bizarre. They're all over the place here. Very, very interesting. Very unique. Well, the 91st right here is taking some shots from our friends over at the Kashyyyk Corps, and they do end up taking dos lossos. Oh, the 327th finally coming out of their shell here and mounting on the bridge. This is, of course, the very center of all of the action, so it's curious for them to do that. However, if anyone's got the force to really enforce the bridge, you know, it's them. They have probably the strongest unit right now, and they're using it to their advantage to just brute muscle into the bridge right here, which is very, very interesting. So we've still got the 104th over here. We've still got 3 Kashyyyk Corps troopers over here, only 2 501st troopers over here, and the 327th, who is now scattering from the bridge and going in multiple different directions. This could be the downfall of the 327th. That was very stupid. I would stay as a unit and just hold the bridge, but nope, they do what they want. That seems to be their motto. This guy is phasing in on that brick right there. Very interesting, very unique choice. All right, let's go into fast speed a little bit here, as no one's really moving around too much. Oh, 501st troopers start taking on the bridge. They do manage to clop one of those 327 troopers, and now they're fighting against my Kashyyyk Corps boys. No, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Ooh, another 327 Corps trooper tries to challenge, but ends up getting gunned down right there. All right, downfall of the 327th has begun. It hath begun, boys. All right. The Wolfpack pushing out over here and beginning to fight one of our Kashyyyk Corps troopers over here. Leave them alone! Leave our boys alone, come on. Let them live. Let them live. This is actually like a tricky shot to make right here. And this guy does have the gun. Oh, no, they both got DC-15C, so it's not really much of a disadvantage for either. Both of them come out of that alive. They break off the engagement. 227th back over this way. The 104th pressuring them very hard. I think 327 still has the most troopers. Oh! Oh. Okay, some action happening. Wait, hold up. How did a 104th trooper get onto the bridge here? How did he get there? Like, genuinely, that is peculiar. Like, he must have crossed through the 327 lines there. That is wild. That is very, very wild. All right, still 3 Kashyyyk Corps troopers. Only one 501st trooper who is healing right now. We have ourselves 6 327th Corps troopers. And the 104th is actually down. Okay, that was their last trooper. Very interesting. All right. It is a... Oh, okay, there goes the 501st. So it is a 3v6 between the Kashyyyk Corps and the 327th. One Kashyyyk Corps trooper over here taking some pot shots. Not really amounting to too much right there. All right. 327th begins to move out a little bit, hoping to pressure this this 41st Elite Corps trooper. Don't use all your ammo right away. Ooh, they're doubling up on this assault here. Oh, I knew that was going to end poorly for the Kashyyyk Corps trooper right there. Yikes. Not great. All right. Well, ooh, this guy could be running into a trap here. Oh, no, he's alert. He's alert. He knows these guys are over here. All right. 2v6. Like the outcome. Bro, he's right there. Shoot him. There you go. Okay, 2v5. 2v5. We got the Kashyyyk Corps now moving out. Okay. Maybe don't do it so lazily. Oh, nice kill. Okay, 1v4. 1v4. I think it's going to go to the 327th here. All right, I guess in this instance, Muscle does end up winning the day. Lots of spam fire coming out from this trooper. Come on, man. Oh, and he goes down. Rip. All right. Well, for anyone who was rooting for the 327th, they do end up winning the day, but just by 4 troopers. So a very, very close match at the end of the day. Here's all the dead clone troopers all over the battlefield. Very, very intense battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you have not already. And be sure to comment down below if you'd like to see some more of these battle royales in the future. Do you guys have any other ideas for potential battle royales we could do? Let me know in the comments. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.